blonde-haired, also blue-eyed Portia was at the table, eating a massive bowl of Cap'n Crunch. I loved Cap'n Crunch. I could make a pretty convincing argument that Cap'n Crunch was a major component of the meaning of life. What I did not love was my 7-year-old niece horking down a huge bowl of sugary crunches that had no nutritional value. She'd burn it off in approximately 15 minutes and then crash. Another decimated bowl was beside Portia's, kibbles of cereal and smears of milk all around the bowl on the table. Jethro's breakfast. I said not a word because I knew Portia poured those bowls for her brother and herself. She made breakfast, 7-year-old style, and did the best she could. "Hey, honey," I called. She had milk on her chin when she looked up at me and replied, "Hey, Auntie Ryn." I smiled at her and then looked down at Jethro. "Right, want your face cleaned up, bucko? Anything you need to take to school today?" He looked like he was concentrating hard to remember if he was supposed to take anything to school. Then again, it wasn't his job to keep track of that. Not yet. "I'll poke my head in and ask your mom," I told him. "She needs quiet." Having been reminded of this fact by me, he was still whispering. But at his words, Portia made a noise like a snort. A disgusted one. A lot like the sound I was making in my head. Though I didn't want Portia having this reaction about her mom, I had to admit my niece had been displaying signs of impatience that were about 20 years older than she was, and she'd been doing this for a while now. I ignored her and said to Jethro, "I'll be real quiet when I ask her. Now go wash your face and your hands." He nodded and ran off, so I looked to Portia. "After you're done, honey, you too with the wash-up. Do you need to take anything to school?" She nodded. "Yeah, but my book bag is ready." I hated to ask what I next had to ask because I had been that kind of sister to my brother when I was 7. Keeping track of him. Keeping track of me. "Do you, know about your brother?" She shoved more cereal in her mouth and said in a garbled way I still could decipher before chewing it, "Show and tell day today. I put something in his bag. He'll figure it out." "Chew and swallow, Portia," I urged carefully, not her mother but needing to be motherly, which pissed me off because I wanted to be fun Auntie Rynny, not fuddy-duddy Aunt Catherine. "Don't talk with your mouth full." She looked down at her bowl and her cheeks got pink. Crap. Fuddy-duddy Aunt Catherine sucked. I moved to the table and started to clean up Jethro's breakfast. "You should make Mom do that, you know," Portia said. "When she beats this headache, we'll just give her a little break," I replied. "Yeah, another one," she mumbled, dropped her spoon in her still half-filled bowl, and jumped off the chair she was using, having been sitting on her knees. She took the bowl to the sink and dumped it in. "I'll finish that. We need to get sorted and go," I told her. "'Kay," she muttered and didn't look at me when she walked by. I stopped her retreat, asking, "Did your mom get lunches packed?" She turned, looked me right in the eyes, and asked, "You're kidding, right?" Oh, yeah. Impatience. And demonstrating a frustrated maturity that I was not a big fan of the fact that she was forced to be developing. "We'll make lunches in a sec," I said. She had no response to that. She just took off. I rinsed the bowls, put them in the dishwasher, wiped down the table, put away the cereal and milk, and then moved out to find and check their book bags. When it seemed all was set, I finished my inspection by zipping up Portia's bag and moved down the hall, hearing the kids talking low and quiet in the bathroom. I knocked on Angelica's door softly, then opened it to stick my head in, seeing complete dark and a lump on the bed under covers. "Hey, I'm here. Got the kids," I called. The lump moved. "Heard. Can you come in a second?" I slid in and closed the door behind me. Angelica didn't turn on a light, but in the shadows I saw her push up to an elbow. "Listen, Jethro's got..."